Hi, I'm Brian.
I'm Lizzie.
Never mind, let's start over. Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Lizzie.
And this is Film Face. Today we're going to talk about a movie that I absolutely hated.
Today, we're reviewing a movie that Brian loved.
It was stupid. Why did we watch this? Can you explain to me why we watched this? Can you explain to me why?
Why we made you watch this?
Why did you make me watch this?
Because Davis and I watched it. Davis behind the camera, by the way, our director. We watched it because it had been making like the rounds in the film.
In the independent cinema
in the
space.
Cinema circuit. It was getting some press. And so Davis bought it and we watched it. And I haven't laughed so hard in a movie in so long.
It's what your life needed at this point, huh?
Yes.
Because there's nothing going wrong in the world.
Nothing.
There's nothing going wrong. Do not call your senator after this. Do not call them. Don't bother them. They're doing great.
They're fine, actually.
Instead, let's talk about hundreds of men walking around
in beaver costumes. Yes. I feel like so many movies coming out are just like heavy and overproduced.
Yeah, it's in a world where the world is ending and everything is horrible and you want to be reminded about it for 2 hours.
Yeah. I recognize in myself that I have come to a place of movies recently where I've just been kind of numbed to everything because I feel very apathetic and very jaded. Because I'm like, oh, like what are the big corporate execs gonna do next? Like what IP are they gonna bring back from the dead to try to make more money off of? Not expecting any like creativity or newness. And this project just felt very fresh. And obviously it takes a ton of inspiration from silent films, from slapstick comedies, from Looney Tunes even.
Let's list all the blood that's in this. So clearly, Abbott and Costello.
Buster Keaton. Charlie Chaplin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all that blood in it. That's very, very, very cool. I was telling them, like, it feels like a movie that I would have made in college with my friends. Like, if you would have told me that John Early, hi John, who helped me head off the Charlie's Film Festival when we were in college together.
I was in the couch.
If you would have told me that he made this movie, I would have believed you. Because it's exactly the kind of movie that he would make. And I think that if he would have showed me that movie at that point in my life, I would have enjoyed it. Still not as much as you did right now. Finish your good thoughts about the movie. And then I'm going to tear it to shreds.
Very
like
good.
It was a little beaver.
Oh no!
Like it was a little stuffed beaver
getting torn in half.
Like they do with this movie. Way too much. There's way too much felt animal cruelty.
I thought I would be the one taking that stance. I was like, I'm the vegan. I should be like, I'm against all this beaver violence. But it's slapstick beaver violence, and they're filled with packing peanuts, so it's okay. And human skeletons.
The packing peanuts are obviously a metaphor, okay? And keep in mind that I watched this after all the kids are asleep. I'm very tired.
No, well.
It's a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And so, like, my main problem with the movie was that it was a 2-hour movie about men in beaver costumes chasing each other around, which, like, in theory should be fine. But when it's like, I was just exhausted, Lizzie. It was like a gag every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, every 30 seconds.
30 seconds,
There's
yeah.
a gag every 30 seconds. And it was like I couldn't keep up. I was exhausted. It was too long. It was like an hour too long. If you would have broken this up into like minute-long web skits, would have been great. most of them still wouldn't have landed, but it would have been great. You could have released them like little by little. It would have been fine.
Most of them
still wouldn't hit. I'm sorry. It wasn't funny. I didn't laugh hardly at all. There was like 3 gags that I laughed at. I apologize for your audio levels, but I didn't laugh. Like I chuckled. Okay, the girl was funny.
Yeah, she was great.
I did not laugh at her father. I did not think her father was funny at all. The master hunter, the guy, was only funny in his interactions with the girl, and like the main guy, I just didn't. It was fine. Like some of the sight gags were fine. Like I chuckled a couple times with like the food. You know, like the animals were turned into the wrong type of food. Like that was funny.
When that fish turned into an ice cream cone, the world was a little bit nicer for me.
It was okay. But I was also.
When the horse costume came out, spoilers, I guess. I don't know.
That man does deserve an award for his just.
So good, so good.
That was, you know, I appreciated that. Again, I get it, but I'm not in the right place in my life for this movie. I'm not. This is not
comedy.
Yeah. Well, not this level of slapstick. There's slapstick, and there's like slap you in the face with a stick. You know what I really liked? The opening number. The opening number was great.
The opening number.
It was fun. I enjoyed the song.
I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I know. You have to keep in mind like what I watched now these days. Like as far as like recent funny movies that I've watched, if my kids are watching a movie and it makes me laugh,
yeah,
like that's a
win.
That's a win. Like if it has a joke that's obviously tended towards adults, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Mm-hmm. I laughed.
Yeah.
There were honest laughs.
It was great.
You know, because there were parts of it where they were obviously trying to keep the parents engaged, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So like a pure comedy. It's been a minute.
Hundreds of Beavers stars. Gene Kayak.
Gene.
Is it Gene or
They don't
Jean?
say it, it's a silent movie.
That's true. They don't say it because it's a silent movie.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sam.
It stars,
spelled Jean.
Yeah. It stars Gene Kayak, who at the beginning of the movie is a drunk. He is a producer of Applejack, an apple alcohol. He has an orchard.
And he's great at what he does, clearly.
Yeah, he's great at what he does. He's hosting all these big, like, lavish parties and just getting wasted on high in his own supply. And then one day, close to winter, a beaver comes along and nibbles along the side of his, like...
Nibbles along the side of his dream and crashes...
I don't like that.
Crashes his life's accomplishments.
What do you call that? Like a sill? Not a sill.
No, it's like a keg. It's like a giant keg.
Yeah. So basically, because the beaver was chopping away at the wood on his like Applejack keg, it caused the keg to fall over and explode and it just destroy his entire livelihood and his entire life.
And then he fell into the snow and wakes up with a beard.
Full beard, yeah. He fell in the snow, and then, by the way, also it's snowing now. Like it's winter. They're filming in Maine, I believe.
Which means he was obviously drunked out crazy, for a whole season.
For like
and then he woke up. That's why he was so hungry.
Exactly.
That's why he tried to eat all those poor rabbits.
So basically, the movie revolves around him trying to survive and make it and figure out where his place is in this new world, and just on a more basic level, trying to get food to eat for himself. And then in that process, the movie also kind of becomes a love story. And he finds a girl that I know that he's fond of, who is a furrier, and that's what really starts him on his beaver hunting adventure, because he wants to win her father over, by killing
lots and lots of beavers, lots of men and beavers.
Yeah, and then that's basically just the base setup for.
That's it.
It's just gags, and it's just him learning how to trap things better.
Yeah. The whole thing is like the whole like rabbit. It's rabbit season. It's duck season. Gag between Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. And then just duplicate that 1 million times over 2 hours. I was so tired. I was so tired. And I fell asleep 3 times during this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a shame.
And I would wake up and something totally different would be happening, and because I missed a bit, and it was unreconcilable. I would have to back up like 3 minutes and start over again.
The movie moves very fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like I fell asleep, and there was, and he was doing something to his finger to attract a fish, and then I woke up, and there was a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I slept through a portion.
I think that actually might be one of the reasons why I like this movie, because while there is a plot, yeah, I don't know, it felt like a very relaxed movie watching experience.
You felt like it was relaxed?
Yes!
What?
For me, mentally, Brian, Brian, this is not Oppenheimer. This ain't. You don't gotta pay attention. You don't gotta pay attention. You don't gotta listen to like dialogue. You could intuit what's going on. You wake up and there's a man getting beat up by a bunch of beavers. I do think this is a movie that would benefit from watching with friends and like watching with like a group of people and like a really casual. Like
it's a good party movie.
Night. Yeah, it's a good party movie.
Yeah.
You can kind of hop in and out. There's always going to be something to laugh
grab
at.
Some apple cider.
Yeah, grab some Applejack
and
and get wasted and laugh at poop jokes.
maybe if somebody's really into animal rights, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody is like really opposed to like the trapping industry.
The idea of thinking about like the writers for this movie, just sitting and thinking about like all the bits that they had to cram into this movie, or like sitting and thinking like, oh, like wouldn't this be funny, or like that would be so stupid, like we should try it, that sort of thing. That makes me very happy. It doesn't necessarily take me out of the movie experience for this sort of movie, and maybe I don't know, maybe that's again part of the reason why I really enjoyed it, because I could see like, oh, they like somebody thought of that bit and then they had to storyboard this stupidity out,
right?
And then you film it.
During that whole process, they never thought, oh, maybe this is a bad idea.
What am I doing? I'm working with my friend from high school on a film. It's a time for you and God to say this is stupid.
Listen, I have 4 small children. They go to bed at 9 o'clock at night, and then I only have an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to myself for the whole day. And you want me to spend 2 hours? Better be good. And it wasn't good.
I thought it was very.
It was not.
I thought it was good.
It was about an hour too long.
It was a little bit too long.
If I ever watch it again, I'll break it up into smaller chunks. But I don't think that's the right way to watch a movie the first time you see it, because you go to see it what they actually wanted you to see.
That's true.
And so,
I will
in this case, he wanted me to suffer, and I suffered.
I did my penance. I suffered.
But I think, and so like I can appreciate it, and I think at a different stage of my life I would have really enjoyed it. But I feel like there's a reason why these movies aren't popular anymore. These types of comedies. It's because this type of comedy, most people don't find it funny anymore. In my opinion, you disagree.
This movie received wide critical acclaim. I believe it has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fine. I do feel like this is humor from a different era.
Yeah, that's probably why it feels so refreshing.
And maybe that's why it feels refreshing. That's fine. At this stage of my life, I was not ready for it. I'll try it again later. Maybe I need
He's too old.
Maybe I'm not old enough.
That's true, yeah.
Maybe I need to watch it again with my 7-year-old, and he can explain it to me. Not now. He's not ready. Don't watch this with your 7-year-old.
There are some crude jokes in here, yeah.
Maybe when he's like 10, we can watch it, and I can enjoy it through his eyes. But it wasn't for me.
But if you're a baby and you like watching Guy fall down, like me, you'll love
Guy fall down for 2 hours.
Also, speaking of Guy fall down, can we give a round of applause? Well, all the actors in this film.
The stunts.
But I wouldn't even call them the stunts, just existing in the cold. I said Maine earlier, and I don't know if that's accurate, but I know
they're like Michigan, Wisconsin area.
Yeah,
sure.
And it's like they're in the snow.
Right.
The main actor spends so much of this movie's runtime half naked in the snow.
Sure.
And
That's some dedication.
Oh
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, there was one particular morning where we woke up and I looked at the temperature and I said, just for and giggles, let's see how cold it is in Antarctica. And it was the exact same temperature. It was negative 33 in both locations.
I give this movie one exasperated face. But I appreciate. No, you do your face. Go ahead. It's fine.
I've never seen Brian more defeated in my entire life. He was like, I'm so excited to be doing Film Face again with my sister, who I love. Yeah. And now he's like,
Well, cinema is dead.
maybe cinema's dead and we have killed it.
Cinema's not dead, but cinema's gone to a place where I can't follow.
I give this movie one laughing until I cry face.
I appreciate you challenging me with stuff that's outside my comfort zone, and I think it's good and healthy for us to disagree once in a while.
It is. We should disagree. Most of Film Face is us agreeing, so.
You're wrong.
Well, that's your opinion. You should watch Hundreds of Beavers because the world is in turmoil and you are probably very busy and very stressed and have a lot of things on your shoulders, and this movie will help you forget about that for a while and just give you some slapstick comedy to laugh at for an hour and a half. This is a independent, capital I, independent film, and I really enjoyed it and it made me laugh, and I hope it makes a lot more people laugh. Don't.
If you have 2 hours of time that you don't care about, that you know you're never getting back, if you think modern movies are too well engineered, and if you think that plots make too much sense, and if you think that there aren't enough poop jokes in modern movies, do I have something for you? Don't watch this movie, please.
Watch it. Watch Hundreds of Beavers.
Don't watch this movie.
Watch it.
Literally watch, no, not anything else. You can watch it just 5-minute chunks.
You heard it here, folks. Brian is advocating for dictating the kinds of movies that people should and shouldn't watch.
That's literally the point of the show.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Brian is saying if you watch this, you're a fool.
I'm saying that if you watch this, you don't value your time. That's okay. It's fine. It's a choice. It's fine.
And you'd be supporting independent film.
Which is great. That is great. I'm not being sarcastic. It's great.
This guy.
I love it. I do appreciate it. I do. I just don't think it's good. I can appreciate something. It's like you go to a restaurant and there's a beautiful, beautiful poop joke of a plate in front of you, and you can tell that a lot of care went into that, and you love them for their work and their care. But I'm not going to eat that again.
I will.
What do you guys want to do for the next episode? Should we Brian pick?
Yeah, Brian should pick.
Yeah.
This was a challenging one for you. You should pick something.
Well, I'm going to try and see what I can find, something that, not necessarily that's something that you may not like, but something that I really like that you might find maybe like overly pretentious or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. We can find something that I really enjoy, and we'll go through it.
Well, thank you for watching this movie, even if you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I always enjoy watching movies, even when I fall asleep, and so it's fine. But yeah, no, I think next time we can do something a little more serious, maybe.
We'll watch The Brutalist for 3.5 hours. Brian, you want to talk about good film?
Oh my God.
I was like a good film under 2 hours. I don't think they make those anymore. Like,
that's really hard for me. That's gotta be hard for a lot of people, you know.
It wasn't like Casablanca, like long.
Yeah, but the times were different, man. They didn't like they people had longer attention spans.
Yeah, but what do you
there's
consider
like one movie a year.
Also, they had intermissions.
That's
you could
true.
Get up and leave halfway through. And,
Bring back intermissions in movies.
I'm down for that. This movie needs like 5 intermissions.
Mostly to go to the bathroom because you will be drinking.
Yes, a lot. Yeah, maybe that's what I needed. I should have been drinking more while I was watching this movie. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. Let us know if there's anything else you want us to watch.
Yes.
If you have any comments or concerns, tell them to somebody else. Subscribe and also like the movie, the video. So
You heard it here. He said like the movie. Like it. Like the video if you want. Subscribe if you want. Let us know.
We'll see you later, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to sleep. What's going on?
Why are there so many lights?
There's so much stuff. Why are there so many beavers?